It finally happened. Bitcoin ETF approved, and it just goes to show over the long run, we will win all battles within cryptocurrencies. Now we see Bitcoin right now, it's up a little under 1% on the day. I think it goes to show most of the gains that were to be had from the announcement, from the hype of this launch, already built in. Now, the question is, when it starts trading tomorrow, how much actual demand is there for these products today? Think over the long run, it's going to be a game changer. You're going to see a lot of, volume flowing through these Bitcoin ETFs. But the question is day one, and I have no idea. We will see when trading opens tomorrow, how much action they actually get. There's also going to be a war here between the various issuers. There's 11 in total. Only one of them will win the lion majority of the market. That means there's probably going to be a lot of marketing, a marketing blitz to try to bring people into cryptocurrencies. That's a good thing. Now, the funny thing is today, on the announcement of the Bitcoin ETF, it's really the altcoins that were the star of the day. Ethereum up a little over 10%, XRP up 6%, Cardano up 12.8%, and one of my favorites, Polkadot, up 15.8%. And on down the list, you can see the altcoins. They're green and they're up. Some of them well over 10%. Good day for altcoins. We'll see if this continues. To me, check it off the list. One more thing we accomplished, and now it's on to the next. And we'll see how things develop over the next 30 days or so. As some of this FOMO subsides, how much demand is really lasting. To me, that's going to be really interesting to watch. Want to revisit this story. A lot of people, I think, misconstrued what I'm trying to say. We see from the block Ripple initiating a 285 million share buyback that values the company at $11 billion. I said this is not really a bullish announcement. Some people were spinning it as, this is a great thing. First of all, Ripple did a buyback not too long ago for Tetragon stock. Tetragon was suing them, and just to get rid of them, they bought back their stock, valuing the company at $15 billion. So the values come down a little bit. Not great. Then we look, they are not only, according to this report, buying back $285 million, but they plan to spend as much as $500 million on buybacks. So my point is this. I saw someone said, I'm in an MBA program and I read this is good because this means they have a lot of money and they can buy back shares. This isn't a mature company that has nothing to do with their money. We want them building out payment corridors and ODL corridors and onloading payment clients and building out Liquidity Hub and getting more people using their CBDC platform and their new tokenization platform, getting more customers using those services. That's what we would like to see them doing with their money, not doing share buybacks. And I understand maybe they don't want to give up, any more equity in their company. We saw what Coinbase did. They didn't either. What they did is a direct listing. So these early investors that wanted to cash out, fine. They could provide the liquidity to the market. The company didn't have to issue out any shares. So there's different ways you can approach this. You don't need to IPO, but you could do a direct listing, and that would kind of solve this problem without burning up all your cash. Why I really care about it, it tells me that their ODL business is probably not as mature as we would like, probably not bringing in as much money as we would like. And that is directly related to XRP and using XRP for payments. I think it's okay. It just tells us, I know they're saying it has to do with regulations in the US. I'm not totally buying it. I think their business just isn't ready. It's going to take a little more time. Again, it's not the end of the world. I'm not saying XRP isn't going to perform. I'm not saying Ripple, the company, isn't an exciting company. But I think their company has a little more growing to do before they're ready for either a direct listing or an IPO. And it's taken too long, and they need to cash out some of those early investors. It's good they had the cash to do it. It's good that they are taking care of those investors. But I wouldn't take this as a bullish news story. That's my only point. Maybe a little bit of a setback, something around, that kind of classification. We see Bitcoin ETFs. What to expect on day one? I don't know what to expect. I know they're going to want to push some volume through here and capture this market. How many people are really going to be pouring money in there on day one? We see it took a decade to get, approved after first trying. So in crypto, this can take a while. Make sure you remember that. But I remember my buddy, Blockchain Backer, always said, watch out for the laser eyes when they show up. And we have Franklin Templeton, their little mascot here. He's got laser eyes now with the launch of the Bitcoin ETF. Is this marking the top? I don't know. We'll have to talk to the man himself. But, watch out. Laser eyes are out in full force, of course. I think this is interesting. When we look at when the SEC voted to approve the Bitcoin ETF, Gensler voting to approve. And then we have our buddy Pierce. And then we had 2 people that voted not to approve it. So Gensler broke ranks, and I say he is now officially a crypto bro. And I made this point also. Look, under his watch, we got the Bitcoin ETF across the finish line. We got clarity for XRP, the law of the land. It is not a security, and I think you can extrapolate that ruling across a lot of different cryptos out there and crypto projects. Furthermore, we have these cases going on with exchanges, where I think we're going to get a lot of clarity at the end of those. What types of actions are security offerings and which are not. And since Congress will not write new laws, I don't like his methods. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't mind if you gave me the power, I'd replace him right now. But he has shown results. We're getting somewhere. It's a reign of terror. We have to deal with a lot of nonsense, but at least we're getting answers. In a lot of ways, Jay Clayton was worse because he just ignored the whole space. Where Gary Gensler's getting in there, we're going to court, and we are getting real concrete answers to a lot of these questions. Again, I don't like his methods, but the results are looking okay. We are making progress here. I put this out here thinking BitTrue Official. I've been asking them forever to please list GLMR, Moonbeam Token. Now, having a nice day up 15% on the day. Not telling you to pile in, anytime you see cryptos, going up in a big way. But I do like Moonbeam a lot, and I'm glad they finally listed it. Really great coin, I think, with long-term potential. Lastly, if you've been around for a while, you know Oak the Duck Man. He went missing for quite some time, but he is back. Please follow Duckman Oak on Twitter. He's putting up, daily videos here. I love his takes on everything, and I really hope he brings back his YouTube channel because, man, was it great. Back in the day, it was one of the best crypto channels out there. He was willing to cover any subject. Some people think they're above certain things. He'll talk about anything if it's important, if it's interesting, if people are talking about it on Twitter. He's willing to dive in there and really go over some of the tough subjects. And I hope he comes back to YouTube, but we at least got him back on Twitter. So give him a follow. I will link it down below. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.